So I'm sitting in my room, nothing to do, no life to live, and naturally I decided to waste some time making something no one will see, but my last video was only 9 days ago, and my self-proclaimed branding is that I'm fucking lazy by nature and don't upload on a good schedule or any schedule at all, frankly. So I'm gonna go waste some time.
My space.
I definitely didn't binge watch this entire show in 3 days. I tried to film this before, but it was incredibly boring, so here we go again. Why do I have to eat a pepperoni after every fucking sentence? The gist was actually pretty easy, and after enough practice and a good iron, you might be able to get on my pepperoni grease covered fingers level of sewing, that is. I started with the bodice. Actually, I started by watching many TikToks and Instagram posts and YouTube videos of people who have done this exact thing before, who stole my idea before I did it. Don't get it confused. After humiliating myself, I made the panels for the top, which are here somewhere, and I layered the two fabrics on top of each other, then sewed them all the way around the edge except for a little hole so I could turn it inside out. Sewed those pieces together in the right placement so that it would fit like a bodice. Fuck. Sew them with the nice sides facing each other so that when you turn it out, you don't see the seam, which would be the pinky. So you turn it out. It's very good. And then for the sleeves, they're just really fucking big ass ovals with like a little bit at the top that comes out so that you have a nice place to put the like band. I also added a ruffle around the bottom of the sleeve. These fabrics were Goodwilled, thrifted. These fabrics were thrifted, so they were really cheap compared to Selkie dresses and other dresses of the sort. Highly fucking suggest that, because Selkie dresses are like $300 for a dress, my guy. A dress, one single dress. And I made mine for 20 bucks. Want soup? Soup. I'm just gonna be eating things this whole video. Yes. Yes, I am. Anyways, once you have your soup, you're gonna want to start on the skirt. The skirt consists of 6 layers, 3 satin layers, and then 3 sheer layers. Measure how long you're gonna want the skirt on your legs, and then go like an inch longer than that because it's gonna poof out. The sheer layers should be a little bit longer than the satin layers because they'll be on top, and so they'll have to reach farther down because of the poof, if you want to cover the bottom layers, that is. I also made one of the satin layers much shorter than the sheer, and really long, so as to get extra ruffle in it. Ruffle them all together, fit them to your waist, and then go about 6 inches longer than your waist so you can do an elastic waistband in the back. You can also just do the actual Selkie dress back. I didn't realize they even had a back until after I had already done this project, which is my bad. Also make sure you iron everything before you stitch it, and then iron it flat after you stitch it. For the back of the bodice, I did a single loop on either side, and then took a very long rectangle stripped thing of fabric, folded it in half, sewed it down on the edge, turned it inside out, sewed the sides, and ironed it down flat, and used that as like a ribbon. Orby, hi! Look at the kitty, hello! Whoa! Look at the kitty. Okay. Next, you're going to sew the bodice to the skirt and make sure nice sides are facing each other. For the waistband of the skirt, you're going to want to take another long strip of fabric of both fabrics, not just the sheer, and sew it down nice sides facing each other on the bit of the skirt that didn't get sewn to the bodice.
Once you have one long side of the waistband sewn down, you're going to take the other side, fold it in over the hem of your skirt, sew it down in place. You're probably going to have to hand sew that, but make sure you don't sew all the way through it because you're going to want to keep that loop and not show your seam on the other side. Then take your piece of elastic, pin it to one end of the inside of your waistband, and take a safety pin and loop it all the way through to the other end, and pin that down and sew those two sides in place. Don't sew the entire thing, just the two sides. I'm gonna finish my soup and then get ready for the photo shoot, which I'm definitely doing today and not tomorrow. See you then.
Alright, here's an outro. Go follow the everything, TikTok. Well, you're already on YouTube, but you follow it anyways. Instagram, Twitch, which I'll eventually do stuff on again. And have a nice day.